Just done. Light will fall prey to shadow.
I'm going for status. So status is purchasing. So when it is purchasing, I know that the payment has been authorized by the user and PayPal has been shown that payment. However, the payment has not given me a success or it has not given me a failure also. It's stuck on purchase. And if this is longer than let's say 15 seconds or 30 seconds, or more simplistic for a minute, then we are sure that there's something wrong here.
So you're using this state as a way to monitor the state of potentially failed payments, like that could potentially fail.
Yes. So if within 10 seconds we are not getting it, so now what do? We can write a cron job which checks whether the status of purchasing is there on the database for more than 10 seconds. We could also have if the cron is effectively pulling records from here, we could also have a notifier which pushes these alerts to, let us say, a channel like a Slack channel if the team is heavily involved in looking at this, or it can send that alert as an SMS. Some way or the other we need an alert on our system that something is not wrong. And this is a red alert. This is from something wrong. So we can also, like if we are really advanced, we can also go and create a ticket on Jira, which our support team can get, and then they can look into and do stuff. I remember in Uber, this was a very, very seamless kind of system. So because every ride which is a support ticket costs them a lot of money. It's equivalent to many profits made of this. Sorry for digressing again, but
no, it's okay.
In this case, we do need it.
So this is the part where like you have very nicely covered the same thing. Now let's say that you are scaling and the queries on search are slowing down, or for some queries there are a lot of misses. Like there should be hits, but there are misses. How do you think we can monitor that?
So for that, one of the things we can keep dashboard. So initially we need some metrics. We need to be able to measure how well our system is doing, and we need to first define some parameters as to what system is. One of the things that we can do, we can keep a reset kind of setting, which any system can make sure that they are right, whether things are going fine or not. So every 5 seconds or every 10 seconds, it pings the server and checks whether things are working.
Like the regular health check and
Yes. You are doing health check, just like that. If you're doing a 5-second health check, if you don't get 200 okay, then then there's something wrong. So in the next, in 5 seconds if you don't get it, that's a problem. And if you miss 2 heartbeats, then you can say that it's not just that the person did not respond to 1 heartbeat. Maybe there's a temporary fault. But 2 are like the probability is very high that the server is down. So assume that the server is dead, and you can then fire an alert to an engineer. And even if you have like basic systems can also restart themselves. You can have a script which is like as in like restart this server. But of course, what you are asking for is a little more, involved than that. That is Mythic. So in Mythic, the kind of metrics that I would like to have in my server would be, let us say, request on order service. Request receive how many requests dropped off. So how many requests timed? Okay. Then you can have how many requests had a general error. So where am I going to get these metrics, right? So in case if you get a request, your system might raise an exception. And when you raise an exception, you don't just return that to the user with a 500 error. You can also say, or 5 or 3 error. You instead send that error back to the system, and also asynchronously you will be logging, yes, but you will also be sending it to a metric system. So the metric system can be something which is pulling from your logs and checking the logs for errors and info statements, error statements, and then giving you these metrics. Or it could be directly being pushed to, in this case you might be pushing directly to a database. Or you can push it to Kafka, where all services, like I have gone too big again, sorry. All the services are pushing to Kafka, and Kafka then is consuming these logs and sending it to a consolidated metric service. The benefit of doing that is that for a single request ID or for a single order ID, you can actually track the log for the entire system if you go and push them all in one place. We are thinking about a single server now, but when the system gets sufficiently large and complex, it's very hard to reach out without having a clear pathway of the request queue. So that would be one thing that I would like to have. But the most basic metric that I see in this system now is how many are being served, how many are being accepted, and how many are timing out or having errors. If this number goes above a threshold, let's say, so this threshold can be configured manually, then again fire a SMS or fire some sort of alert. If you want this to be dynamic, there are certain algorithms which do that. I think one is winter hawk. So there is an algorithm which is basically adaptive. It goes along with your task.
So I think we have covered the monitoring part. Now, one part that I think we completely missed is how do we plan to store the images? Because products are going to have images again. Apart from this, and obviously we were talking about search here, so it was not the focus. But if in order to complete our inventory service, and so we have covered the text and the searching part. The only part that is remaining is how do we plan to store the images of the products and serve those images.
Right. So if we are going to store the images of a product, I'm definitely going to be using some sort of keep mechanism to do that. I'm going to be storing it in the file system because if I store the images in a database, okay, would you, I'm sorry, I should clarify. Are you looking for a specific example for an image storage service, or are you looking for, what could be the possible solution for image?
No, so even if from the perspective of doing an MVP, one image and one search service is fine, right? But we also have to store the images, right? Because we, even for MVP, storing images and serving images along with the search result product is done, right? So I am just looking for how would you go about it? If you have multiple solutions in mind, you can share those. But in the first version, how would you go about it?
Right. So what I would probably do is when the product is being added, we are also going to be uploading an image along with the product, or multiple images, or maybe even tiny videos, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute long. In this case, I'll be using store. So FC is an object store, but it can store images therefore. What FC will do is it will actually upload this image to a place, and it will give me the link through which we can access this image. So the benefit is that FC is so technically all the stuff that is there in the database, like usability or transaction guarantee, they are not being necessarily in a file. They are not going to be mutating the file or being used for transaction. So I don't need that. So the other thing is like I don't want to I want to separate out image storage and database data storage so that I can treat them differently in case I need to do some sort of file parsing. And any kind of security issues which are there when it comes to accessing S3 will also be there when accessing a database. So security is as good. So the major reason for me using S3 is the copy. This is where I would go and upload the image. If anyone needs the image, I just send them the link for the image, and they can go and download it themselves. On the browser when a person is looking at a product. I don't need to give it as a response. I just give it as a if you delete the product, you have to be careful to go and actually physically delete your result. Otherwise, what happens is the link stays. And it's something that Google Photos very recently actually had a problem with this. That if the link stays, then you could go and see it. You could randomly check anybody's link. Yeah, I'll go for it.
So where do you plan to store this link in your current system so that whenever a product is searched and the result is returned, so how would you make sure that the product result and the image correct?
So when it comes to the source of truth, the link is also something which is critical to the product. So I will be storing it in this RDBMS as a column. So maybe not as one column, maybe I can store it as I have two options. Either I store it as a column, like image 1, image 2, image 3, or I can store it in a separate table. So I'll denormalize. I'll say that this is the product ID with all its relevant metadata, and there is a image table where I store the product ID, and I store image ID. So one product can have multiple images. So product 1 has image ID 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, and then links also on it.
So I think this looks like a pretty good entity for an inventory service or a catalog or a product management system. I think
cost a few lakhs, yes.
So I think I am done some questions from my side, but would you like to add something or would you like to point out something? If you have any kind of observation or improvements on the system, please do share. Otherwise, like my end of questions is done.
Honestly, like I wasn't able to get to training. I wasn't able to get to the rest of the stuff that I said. That there may be other tracking which is required or training that is required. This goes to show to some extent that maybe I am either going for a very simplistic approach, or it could be that the problem itself is pretty complex and we are digging into rabbit holes in different areas. It could be a mixture also of both. I think in this particular system, I have been very, very conservative when it comes to making any promises or designing. Maybe an irrational fear has entered me. So, but in general, yeah, it would be nice if you can explain. So, as a person who's applying for a job, my focus would be to explain what I'm doing, much more than how this is going to happen or how I'm going to actually implement it in the real world. So all the decisions made by me should be backed by logic and through communication so that the product and I am on the same page. I'm not sure if that is what is happening currently in the system design scenario where people are like, okay, let's bring in the heavy gun of this is $1 million. That's it, yeah.
No.
Let's.
So if I have to, so now I mean we can get to the part where I can share my feedback about.
Yes. I'm sorry. I know I have failed, yes, but please go on.
No. So first of all, you have not failed, and secondly, in any system design interview, like we do this on a regular basis, we do take system design interviews. It is not possible
for anyone to design an end-to-end system in 45 minutes, right? Even if you and I try to build videos like where we are sharing how would we design a system of Amazon or Flipkart or Uber in 45 minutes, we come well prepared with all the boxes and components in our head